The new Shoals Jakobs pistol in Borderlands 4 is crazy strong, and I'll be doing comparison to the other strongest pistols in the game to show you guys which of these you should farm. Now, the special ability of this weapon is that its ricochets are going to deal splash damage. This makes it an ideal weapon for doing the new takedown, as well as for bosses like the Bloomreaper the Invincible. This weapon here comes with, at best, a 96% increase to its critical hit damage. And my favorite role for it has the Torg licensed impact magazine alongside its Jakobs weapon. You can also, if you want to forego the Torg enhancement, you can get a Ripper licensed magazine on this, and you can also get a dataless ammo swapper on it too. I'll be showing you all the different roles for this and the best ones, which in my opinion is this one here, and how it stacks up against the very powerful Shalashaska, as well as the Scoot and Shoot from the DLC Story Pack 1 and the 7th Sense. So we kind of talk about the top 3 best weapons in the game, and the answer may surprise you. Now, this weapon's closest comparison is the 7th Sense, so that's the Shoals there. Here's the 7th Sense. They even look identical, with the Torg magazine version looking similar to the Shalashaska. So I'll first compare the Shoals here to the 7th Sense. I, again, prefer the Torg parts here, but with the Ripper and dataless loader, it can actually do some very considerable things because both these guns are very similar. The 7th Sense special ability is the orbs whenever you reload that deal quite a bit of damage, but you have to reload, so infinite ammo builds will have to shoot away from the target and then manually reload, whereas with the Shoals, its ricochets deal splash damage. That is just something that's going to affect it every time there's a mob nearby. And here's the shotgun version of it. I'm going against the boss here. So I'll showcase this compared to the 7th Sense. The nice part about this is you don't have to do anything special like the 7th Sense where you'd have to go and just manually reload it. But you can see there, pretty considerable amounts of damage. The splashes are what does it best here. And in a similar vein, here is the 7th Sense. Both of these are being used in their shotgun variant. I end up missing a couple shots there. Sometimes the ammunition isn't like super reliable on infinite ammo builds because of the small magazine. And the shotguns, you can see there, it's pretty quick. You do have to reload it though. And my preferred role is using the Torg parts here. So this one, you can't get a Torg and a Ripper at the same time. It's one or the other. Where this weapon really does shine in its ability to deal damage to mobs and also to the bosses as well. The damage from this is quite high, but it's a bit of a tough thing to rank because between it and the 7th Sense, they are very similar. The 7th Sense will have a bit quicker time to kill on bosses if you reload, whereas the Shoals is the better mobbing weapon across the board. And you can see here, between both of these, I started with the Ripper part, and even with the Torg is a faster boss kill. Now, the two best pistols in the game, in my opinion, is the Scoot and Shoot with the Ripper, Jakobs, and Torg. It's a Torg weapon naturally, and my favorite is Shalashaska. I'll show you the time to kill on this boss. And again, I use this boss just to keep things as standardized as possible. Now, the Scoot and Shoot takes a little while to warm up. You want to have an infinite ammo build because every time that you shoot, you get a ghost gun, which will continue to keep shooting at the boss there. You can see, pretty quick time to kill. And the Shalashaska, which is just insane. Oh, didn't get the reload off there, but you'll see we melt a lot quicker, and if you don't have a great graphics card, your computer may get really hot too. It's insane how fast that kills. With the Shalashaska's special ability, you have to manually reload this gun 5 times, so before you go into a boss arena, just shoot at the wall a few times, repurchase your ammo, and jump right into things. I do think the Shalashaska is the best pistol in the game. I rank the top 5, and this would be number 1 easily. The only downside to the Scoot and Shoot is that if the boss is moving, your guns are going to still be firing in the same place. So it does make it a little bit more difficult to use against certain bosses, whereas the Shalashaska is just going to hit pretty solidly. The only downside though is you don't want it to go against flying bosses because the way you're getting all that extra damage is the extra ricochets and those explosions that hit off the ground. Now for the third best pistol between the Shoals and the 7th Sense, this is a tough one. They're very similar, but each excels in its own unique place. With the Shoals being the obviously mobbing weapon, its ricochets deal splash damage. This makes it really powerful against a lot of bosses in this game, especially if you don't want to spend 100 hours going after the god roll Shalashaska. The 7th Sense, however, has a faster boss kill time. Those orbs that it creates do 125% gun damage, so they do quite a bit of extra damage here. With the shotgun, Ripper, and Jakobs roll on this thing, it does kill bosses a lot faster than the Shoals can, and this was actually the best pistol when the game released, but we now have 2 others that are a little bit better than it. So I actually say the Shoals is just behind the 7th Sense if we're looking at it from a general perspective, because most people are going at it for bossing, but with the new takedown, the Shoals is better in most situations than the 7th Sense. The 7th Sense will also create an additional orb whenever you get critical hits, so its bossing damage is fantastic. It's cool. The gimmick itself isn't really difficult to play around. The gimmick of the Shoals also isn't really difficult to play around, but if you're going against a single boss, those ricochets dealing splash damage isn't going to matter that much. Now, this is the best possible roll for the 7 cents here, so this one is really hard to find, honestly. Whereas a Shoals that's just mediocre will actually do a lot better than like a just mediocre version of the 7 cents. So again, it comes down entirely to preference. I think the 7 cents is probably the 3rd best pistol, with the Shoals being the 4th best. This weapon actually did get a buff in October's patch, so just shortly after the game's launch, where it made the extra orbs do a bit more damage. So yeah, between the two of these, I'm happy with both of them. We have 4 solid pistols in the game. That's not even counting the hand cannon or the Herald, which are also very powerful weapons. But yeah, the Shoals is great, fun for mobbing, and it's a solid weapon in general. Let me know your thoughts though in the comments. Hit the subscribe button below if you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch y'all in the next one.